Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing a get ready with me, sort of like my routine for everyday face kind of thing. This has been asked by a few people that I have on my social medias, and they have asked me to do just my everyday makeup and then like a going out makeup. When I go out next, I will do one, but for now, this is all I'm doing. So we're going out for lunch today, and I'll show you a little bit of what I usually do. So I've already moisturised and put sunscreen on my face, and then I'm going to go in with the Victoria's Secret Rocking Body Perfecting Cream. I have been using this as like a primer for probably about a year. And I've been trying to find it in Victoria's Secret stores for so long, but they've stopped the stock. And I was going to Sydney a few weeks ago, and I went to the Victoria's Secret at Brisbane Airport, and they had like an old tester one, and they gave it to me, and I was so happy. But I think that one I'll probably just keep for like my body. I probably wouldn't put it on my face because I don't know who's used it. It's pretty full, like it's probably only been tested a few times, but it's not very hygienic. So that gives you like a nice shine, and I'm going in with like a matte full coverage foundation anyway, but this sort of doesn't make you look dry and really mattified, I suppose. And then I'm going in with the Mecca Cosmetics To Save Face SPF Sunscreen Skin Perfecting Cream. And I'm just putting that on like the bigger surfaces. I don't go on eyes or nose with this. That actually came as a gift and made me pretty happy. So now I'm using the NARS Velvet Matte Foundation Stick in shade Medium 2 Santa Fe. And on one side it's like the foundation stick, and then on the other side it has like a beauty blender. But I really don't like using that beauty blender. I feel like it just doesn't distribute it, I suppose, as good as my Mecca one does. And even then, like, I'm not a real fan of beauty blenders. I'd rather use like a foundation brush, which is what I'll be using today, and I'll show you the difference in like how it works for me. Like obviously a lot of people do like their beauty blenders over brushes, but it just doesn't work for me, and that's okay, not a problem. So on this side, I'll start blending it out with this. And as you can see, like it takes so long. And who's got time for that? Like we're all on a schedule nowadays. Like unless it's like your day off and you just want to have some fun and you have time to sit there and beat your face. But I like just to go in with the brush first. In circular motions, because then it really gets into all your pores and everything, I suppose, and it just sort of gives you that airbrush looking, because this is a quite full coverage foundation over the eyelids. I feel like with this foundation in particular, you have to use quite a lot of product, and to be honest, there really isn't that much in the tube. For $65, I really think that you don't get much product at all, and I've only used this 2 or 3 times, and you can see like it's already gone down quite a bit. So it's definitely not an affordable product to be using. I have been using the Urban Decay All Nighter. I've had this since November 2016 and I've still got some left. So I was really, really happy with this. And it is quite a full coverage foundation as well. And that was only like $60, I think. So it was cheaper than the NARS one and you get a whole lot more product. But, you know, what do you do? They don't even sell that anymore. Like, that's last stock or whatever you want to call it. Don't you hate that when like a cosmetics company gets you hooked on something and then they stop making it? Like, nobody wants that. Thank you. Alright, and then I'll just go in with the Beauty Blender and like beat my face. Okay, now we're going in with the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in shade Custard Medium 1. And I'm going to use that to go under my eyes and just highlight all those areas down the nose, because your nose can never be thin enough apparently. And then go over me nasty hormonal acne spots. They can go now. And you know what they say, if you can't beat them, conceal them. So that's what we're gonna do. And then go in with the Beauty Blender and beat those nasty spots. And I'm not going to speed anything up for you guys. I'm going to show you exactly how long it takes me to get ready, because this is just a really simple, like, so many people tell me like, oh, I take like 2 hours to get ready and my makeup never looks good. Like, it takes me like 20 minutes, if that. Okay, let's get rid of some of this stuff so we can see what we're doing. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my Smashbox contour palette. Now I've had this for probably since November last year as well, and the highlights have the most use, but yeah, I think it's quite nice. And then I'm just going in with this little, because I don't do much, I just go against the cheekbones, put a little bit on each side and then blend it out. Over the eyelids, give that a bit of colour. I'm just using like the rest of what's on my brush to go in on my forehead a bit and on my eyes and over my lips. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the Smashbox. I always leave my eyebrows to last. Every time I watch YouTubers, they're always doing their eyebrows first, but I feel like I'm not precise enough to be able to do that. So it's just not going to work for me. So I'm going in with my Smashbox Photo Filter Powder Foundation. And the lady was telling... I just dropped... The lady at Mecca, when I got this, was telling me that Smashbox actually does test their products with flash, and I'll take a flash photo for you and add that in and see how good that really is. But I actually like this. It's a very full coverage powder foundation, so it goes well on full coverage liquid foundations. And even if you have a low coverage foundation and you just want that extra bit of coverage for like when you're going out, but you don't want to spend $65 on a little bit of product, then this is definitely the way to go. And this is probably, like, I've been using like this cheap, like not so great Matte Maker by Maybelline. It's not bad, but it's definitely not as good as this. I do like Maybelline products, but this is definitely the icing on the cake kind of thing. Cake face, you get it? No. But yeah, and I just use this quite dense brush that I've had for ages. You can see like all the coatings coming off it. I got it on, probably online somewhere, I think. But yeah, I like a dense brush for this kind of thing, because it does, you can sort of beat it into your face a bit more, like not look so cakey and streaky. And remember to go into your nose creases, because nobody likes those lines. Whew, it's gonna be a hot day. Okay, now I'm going back in with my makeup brush, and I'm using just a little bit of this Physicians Formula bronzer, and just put a little bit. I don't use much of this at all, just to bronze it a little bit, but not a lot. Okay, and I'm taking the Kat Von D Eye Contour palette, and I'm just taking, I don't use palettes very often. As you can see, this has hardly been used. I've had it for like 2 years. I'm going in with this like orangey color up here, and just doing a little bit on the eye. Not going too overboard. This is just like a day look, but you just want to brighten up your face, give it a little bit of color, so you don't look so sad and sorry for yourself. You know how it is. And that's it. I never use eyeliner. Not a fan of eyeliner. And now I'm going to go in with my Too Faced Candlelight Glow. I'm just going to take like the pinky color on my finger and just dab it on just a little bit, because it's, yeah, again, just a day look, and we don't want to be shining too bright just for lunch out with the in-laws. And that's it, just that tiny little bit of sparkle and color in the cheeks. Now for the eyebrows. I always do them last. I've always done them last. I'm not going to change it. This is my routine now. And I got this little brush off eBay or something, and I've cut it down to make it really thin so it's more manageable. And then I use the Chi Chi Brow Pomade, and I just get a tiny little bit of product and put it on the lid. When I first got it, I added coconut oil to it to make it more, I don't know, easier to distribute, I suppose. And then I literally just take the tiniest little bit of product on it. I start with the lower brow and then work my way down and do the end. So I'll just show you. And then work your way out once you've got less product, because you want it to look natural. We're not going overboard. And that's literally it. And then I have a little bit of powder on this brush that I never sort of reapply, and it's just to sort of like blend it in a bit and dry it out so it doesn't look so shiny. And then I go in with the eyebrow brush and just brush it up to keep them all neat and in place. And that's it. That's one brow done. And repeat the process as identically as you can as the other one, but we all know that eyebrows are always sisters. They're never twins, let's be honest. And like, I've tried those eyebrow stencil things, but at the end of the day, that's not your brow. Like, that's just a template that somebody has said, oh yep, this brow looks good, this brow looks good. But no, that's not your brow. Go with your brow. Everything looks better when it's like you. It's natural. It's yourself. I don't want, as much as I love her, but I don't want Gigi Hadid's eyebrows on me, because it's not me. It's not going to suit me. She is gorgeous though, let's be honest. Let's be real. And that's it. That's eyebrows. Like, Hello, can we be any quicker? Alright, last but not least, eyelashes. Now, I wish I had like eyelash extensions, but gotta save that coin. So I'm just gonna curl my eyelashes really gently. When I first started doing this, it was like the most awkward thing for me, but now I just sort of like, oh yeah, okay. Let's curl them bad boys so we can see them. And then I'm using the Tarte Lights Camera Flashes. I've also had this for ages. I need to get a new mascara. I've got the Better Than Sex one that I usually use for my lower lashes, but not when I'm just going out for lunch or going to the shops or whatever. And then just a very light application of mascara on these bad boys. Yes, hello, I can see you now. It's like hide and go seek with eyelashes sometimes. Like, they're there, but you need to help them stand out. And that's it. That's all I do. And then get changed and I'll go. And my hair's going to stay like this because it's too hot to have it down. I washed it yesterday, so it's a bit all over the place. I'm not straightening it. It's too damn hot for that. So thank you for watching. I hope this helps. I'm not a professional makeup artist, so don't take any advice that I say to heart. If it's not what you're used to, it's not what you've heard from so-and-so or so-and-so. Like, I'm not Michael Finch. I'm not Jeffree Star. I'm not Gigi Hadid. I'm not anyone like that. I'm just sharing what I do, sort of thing. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Remember to give a thumbs up. Comment what products you really like. I am looking for a new eyebrow product. I've been using the Chi Chi one. I have tried the Anastasia one, but I didn't like it. Just, I don't know, the consistency, I didn't like it. So let me know what you use and what mascara you guys use as well, because those two I really like, but I do like to try out other things. So if you've had a mascara or an eyebrow